that really control like it at all.
And with that, we're going to leave you and we'll go to Mirror's Edge 100% by Phil.
Yes.
Because tech is ready. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome everyone to Mirror's Edge 100%. This is the first time Mirror's Edge 100% has been in a marathon.
Wait.
Previously, it's just been any %, so do you want to introduce yourself?
Alright, so I'm Philo, I'm the runner, also world record holder. This is
I'm Floops.
And I'm Zuketra, I forgot to say that. So
I think I'm just gonna turn my hacks off real quick.
Good idea.
Just in case. This is a hacks off run.
Yeah, no hack. Oh,
I
think that's fine, right?
It's a hacks on run now.
I think it should be fine.
We'll see.
Alright, we ready?
Yep.
Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Alright. Okay, so starting off is exactly like any % run. The difference in 100% is we'll be collecting 30 bags along the way and completing the game. That's what you need to do to finish 100% in the Mirror's Edge run.
There is no actual counter for 100%.
No, not at all.
Should already call it all bags, but whatever.
Yeah, can we change the name now?
Sure.
This is all bags, actually.
Welcome to all bags at ESA.
Yeah, thanks tech. We'll get that on screen soon enough, all bags. So there's so much tech to talk about in this game that gets covered in most marathon runs. We'll try and cover it as well as we can, but there's so much more to talk about as well. So right here, we're going to be collecting the first bag, and you get a little prompt, which is just lovely.
Oh yeah.
So 1 out of 30. You can keep track.
Keep track at home.
Keep track at home.
We lied already. That's fantastic. Yeah. So there's 3 bags in each level, 10 levels in the game, and there's some really cool strats that you'll see in this game, in this run. Sorry.
Probably the hardest part of this run is just remembering where all the bags are.
Yeah, that's
so
like getting bad RNG on remembering. That can happen.
So if you guys can remind me if I forget a bag, that would be really appreciated.
I'll try to do.
I think I'm worse than you at remembering them. So.
Yeah, this is prologue, the first level, and we're just going through it real quick. Basically sticking to the 80% route, but taking like small shortcuts off it in order to get the bags.
But yeah, if you want to talk about like tech in the game, I guess important. We're just gonna mention like to do the old to the side 190, go fast. He does the double jump called the kick glitch, and that's about it.
Yeah, those are the important ones.
Those are the big ones he does all the time, like
we
this and there.
Yeah, we just chain them all together to try and maintain our speed throughout the levels.
Yeah. So Philo's actually making this game look really easy right now.
That's because it is.
Clean run so far.
Yeah.
Sure, that's because it is.
Yep. We play on the easy difficulty, so that makes it actually a lot easier to play.
Despite his young age, he's actually spent probably like half his life playing this game.
Yeah, this game actually came out before I was born, so pretty interesting fact.
Last year, in fact. No, this game's been around since 2008, and speedrunning this game's been around since, well, Floops, you can talk about that, I guess.
Well, I guess like actually speedrunning, like any % came around in 2012.
Who was like
or
the
2011 technically.
Who was one of the first world record holders for that?
Yeah, I used to be a big deal back in the day, but
oh,
wow,
that's
bad.
It's just unlucky, really.
Yeah,
Nothing you could do.
No, that is actually bad RNG. You can't just get killed there. Oh, swear word.
Banned.
Please, no swears in my Christian video games.
So this is the office, and we're just trying to get through it real quick. And coming up here is chapter 1 skip. So we're gonna hit a loading trigger, and then come back to the level which just deloaded. Do a pretty precise kick glitch onto this invisible slide, and there we go.
Successful first out of bounds.
Yeah. That's a pretty hard trick for new runners, and it's very precise, easy to mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember all the bags?
Yeah, I think.
You did so far.
So far we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Right. So.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
Thank you, Floops. Thank you very much. You
Where
just
you
made me
gonna-
forget exactly.
Okay, you got the bags. You got the tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All covered.
We got all. Maybe we don't need to commentate anymore.
Yeah.
You guys want to go home? I got this. Just quiet time for the rest of the run?
Yeah, can we get some quiet time for the run?
For 40 minutes?
That'd be ideal.
Oh, also another trick we didn't mention was the wall boost.
Oh yeah.
Where you wall run and then jump out of the wall run super quickly. And you get speed when you enter it and when you exit it. And so by using the scroll wheel we can gain speed super fast and and go throughout the levels.
Okay. Yeah, so in this elevator you can actually clip out. It's the first elevator that we clip out of the runs. You can clip the previous one, but that's a bit
iffy.
a bit of a sketchy one. So when you clip this, there's actually a skip you can do that saves, 10 seconds?
Yeah, what's it called?
Pedestrian skip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called. But instead we can do this cool chain right here.
Yeah, so you just lose
nicely
one
done.
script for another. That's good.
It's kind of interesting there is that you fall a really big height that you'd normally die from, but because it comes off a slide in that area, the devs added in like a you can't die here trigger, so that allows you to fall super far without dying.
One thing to mention with 100%, it used to basically be like any percent, but later now it's changed quite a lot, and it's been some big changes that are specific to 100%.
Shoutouts to Votium, by the way, who managed to pretty much innovate this category. He found like 3 of the big new skips. So
also
thanks,
pushed
mate.
it from being sort of a side category to being a serious one again.
Yeah.
Because previously, any category that wasn't any percent in Mirror's Edge was only ran by the top runner maybe once or twice, and that run would stand as world record. But you and Vo pretty much pushed that and changed that.
I think I did one run of this back in like 2013, and I got world record. So
yeah.
And that's chapter 1 done. Coming up here is the canals area at the start of chapter 2, and there's a pretty big skip coming up that I'm going to attempt once.
Remember, no new game.
No new game. Never before seen at a marathon.
This can be the first new game at a marathon.
So normally we'd climb up earlier in any percent, but we've got to make sure we remember the bag.
Yeah, so just to mention the new game thing, like when you start a new game and you quit out for the first time back to the main menu, it starts you at new game. So if you just spam and you want to spam continue, it goes to new game. So the run can like be over basically because you have to start over.
Yeah. So coming up here, we've actually got a difficult trick. A lot of top runners will say this trick isn't difficult.
It's not.
Point proven. What you have to do is 4 kick glitches in a row, as seen on TV.
Very good.
Big clap for that one.
Big clap. No new game.
And those kick glitches are very precise.
Didn't new game.
Another clap.
Oh, like
Another clap.
please clap.
Good menu RNG. And we're into the storm drains. So we skipped an entire checkpoint of the game there by basically doing a kick glitch chain to the area that is not loaded yet, but the loading triggers are still there. So we get the checkpoint trigger and then quit out and quit back in, and the level loads around us. This area is also kind of laggy.
Especially on this PC, it seems.
Yes, this is running at about half of optimum FPS, but
half of a frame per second.
So that just speaks how good Billiper is at this game.
Yeah, that's correct.
So yeah, we climbed up to the top of storm drains, and now we're gonna miss this springboard and then grab a new bag.
Yeah.
There's 3 bags in each level and 10 levels in total, making 30 bags.
So there's a lot of really precise movement in this game once you get into optimizing. Like once you've got down all the different techniques, like kick glitching, wall boosting, you can really string them together to put together a fast run. And yeah, it's hard to really put into perspective how hard this game is when you see it run this smooth.
Yeah, it's very hard to it's something you have to play for quite a while before you understand everything that's going on.
Yeah, a lot of precise movement. For example, this jump here, which I just missed, and even a lot of the small, tiny 1 second time savers we do, are very hard to pull off properly. Right right now we're just climbing up some pipes and we're going to get to the top of the storm drain.
Just climbing pipes.
And then take like a lift all the way up.
Yeah. And at the top,
A new bag.
remembering a bag. Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget. You almost forgot that in like practice, so.
Yeah, 2 times. So it's probably the hardest bag to remember.
I don't.
Well, second hardest.
Yeah.
This
See,
one infamously hard.
That
bag.
one was so hard to remember that you forgot it was hard to remember.
Shoutouts to the Rixer who found this little strat here recently. It's very rare nowadays that you find new strategies in this game, but the absolute madman did it.
Smaller scroller here, waiting for the lift to come up. Can we get a big clap in chat for remembering this bag? Second hardest bag to remember.
Very good.
Probably about like half my runs died to forgetting that bag. So
What's the third hardest bag to remember?
can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so that might be the first hardest.
True.
So we got the top 3 hardest bag to remember.
It's hard to keep track of these things.
This is an elevator clip, which I failed earlier, and I just need to listen to the audio cue. Walk off the lift and it loads around me, and now I can wait for the rest of the level to load and can continue.
Oh, a little T-pose. I guess they don't fully T-pose in this.
Not quite.
It's more like it's like an A-pose.
Something like that. Okay, so chase is a difficult section of the game. There's a lot of finicky movement things you do, like
Yeah.
that.
If you listen closely, you can hear the invisible man running around.
Yeah, normally you can see Jackknife and you're trying to chase him through this area, but because we click the elevator, his model doesn't load, so we just gotta listen to his steps. And he also normally teleports in front of you if you're too fast, but you can't see it here. Questionable.
Very questionable.
Right, nice. First try.
We normally time this game without loads using a live split extension, so you'd normally quit out here to just save a few seconds, but RTA a marathon, it is not faster.
And this is the end of chapter 2. And you
Small
remembered
skip
all
there.
the bags, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never actually done that before, so it's pretty hype. And we're into chapter 3. The start here is pretty fun.
Are you doing the thing?
Yeah, I'll try the new strategy. So a little known fact in this game of how to complete this level is that there's this button over here which activates this window washer and allows you to climb up on this building.
Very well placed next to no windows.
Oh no!
And I fell down anyway, whatever.
Wait, you can. Oh, wait,
You can do that?
you can get up without the window washer.
New
That's
strat.
insane.
Edge around that fence, which is pretty hard to keep your balance on. And we go inside this office building to connect to the next bag.
Yeah, so in any percent and in 100% if we weren't at a marathon, there's probably one of the hardest tricks in the game in this chapter called 3A to 3C skip. You could call it 3B skip, I guess, but that's not what we do. And it involves a really precise climb and then a really precise kickless chain. In 100%, it doesn't save quite as much time as it does in any percent, so it's not really worth the risk of going for it because it involves redoing the what do you call it? The checkpoint that you just did, yeah. And it'll lose like 2 minutes if we miss that.
Yeah, you can do it in 100%, but it saves less time and loses more time if you fail it. So, not exactly marathon safe.
And you didn't do it?
I didn't do it.
Wow. Thought you were going for all the. Oh.
Ooh, that is
Oh,
nice.
it's good. this
Never happened before, I don't think, but
this level is probably going too fast, I think.
Must be. That's interesting.
yeah, kind of different climb than most people do up the office.
Usually the game doesn't like just freeze like that and then start going. It
No.
usually just crashes.
So we're kind of lucky. That was the first use of the gun in the game, and also the last.
Yeah. Nice little K-cone of that door open there.
Got to use it just to shoot some doors open and save the frames.
Alright, so the game actually gets really quiet here. So turn up the volume.
Yeah, if
watching
you're
this at
at home.
What we're doing there is using the free scroll feature, which is available on all good Logitech mice, and no sponsor. And it can do like 100 times more inputs than a normal scroll can. And that opens some doors faster and sends some lifts up faster as well.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah, it's been everyone that runs this game basically has one of two different mice.
So there's a little tricky section here.
Perfect.
Too easy for you, of course. And then a bag.
There's a
again at
bag.
the end.
Oh. This is one's pretty hard to remember as well, so.
Yeah, this might be like top. This might be top 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that. This is like super out the way, so it's kind of hard to remember, but we got it.
Right, so in the last section of chapter 3 here, I don't know, are you going to be going for it?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'm going to try a couple of times. There's the hardest trick in the world coming up right now.
Probably in any game ever.
Yeah, I'd say that. Called Crane's Kick Glitch. It's double super frame perfect. And only been gotten before a marathon one time, so we'll
No
see.
one's gotten it at a marathon ever.
Apart from the one man who has.
Not really, so.
I'm not sure whether I get it or not, but we'll give it a try, and I can always do like a backup strat. We'll have like 3 attempts.
So what you have to do for this skip, if you note, there's...
Oh!
No way!
Holy shit.
I've done it. That's normally pretty hype in like any percent, but you got to climb up on this crane to get the
crazy.
bag
Wow.
at 100%. So
I can't believe it.
it saves like less time, but impressive nonetheless.
Just got them goosebumps.
We don't have time to talk about it now. I guess we will, just to explain how nutty that is.
Insane.
So there's a small ledge that you gain height on at the edge of every building, and you have to jump to start the wall run on the same frame that you step up, and then you have to wait a really precise amount of time before kicking, which starts the kick glitch. I'm not sure what it is. It's
like
0.1 or
it's
something.
like, yeah, it's like a millisecond or less than that.
Yeah.
You have to wait.
Yeah,
It's an exact amount of frames to get the right angle and the right height and the right speed, just to exactly get over to that ledge. Obviously.
So we're in
Fellow
chapter.
got it.
We're in chapter 4 right now, and we're gonna get. We already got one bag, which is lying on the ground, and we're gonna get the second bag here. Something pretty interesting is that the bags don't load in with the rest of the level, but they're always there. So we just jump there to a part of the level that's not yet loaded, and we can get the bag, which would be like resting on like the floor or something.
Yeah, I don't even know where that bag actually is. Nice punch. RNG manipulation.
Coming up is the train section, and if you don't punch there, the trains are a lot faster. So right there, we fall through the floor into a loading trigger, and then with some nice pause buffering, we can keep faith in the air whilst we the level loads around us.
Yeah. So actually, I never understood why they call this section what they do in speedruns.
What?
Oh, what's happening?
Okay, mouse broke, but we're good.
Yeah. So they call that blue wall. I'm not sure why.
There's lots of wall boosts to beat the train.
Yeah, you gotta outrun the train there. There's actually 2 trains to outrun. It's called 2 trains.
If we get good movement here, we can outrun the second train. I think we're gonna get it, but even with like perfect movement, you can get a bit of bad luck, and you're gonna miss the second trick. Another good use of free scroll is you can just rest your hands whilst doing long bunny hop sections.
Wow, that's 2 trains.
Yeah, that's 2 trains
Can
right there.
Can we get a like on this video for 2 trains?
Ooh.
Big oof.
Oh, you didn't do the cool thing.
Nah, it's too hard.
You did it last time.
I'm washed up.
Okay, so coming up, we got a nice loud train section that lasts a minute. Actual auto-scroller in this game.
Yeah. So if there were like any donations to read, this would be a pretty good time.
We
Yeah,
have
anyone
quite
over.
some donations actually, and there's a very special donation that I want to read first. It's from Hackathon, donating $1,200.
Try not to cap into the mic.
With the message, for us, ESA is the best week of the year. That's why it's so important to us to bring as many people here as we possibly can. The ESA crew allowed us to do just that, and not only did we reach our goal, we also got dumped with a heck lot of extra money. The fact that they let us do this is what makes ESA so special, and giving it back is the least we can do. We would like to thank everyone involved with Heck 18, be it runner, donator, or watcher. Have a great ESA, and we'll see you next year. By the way, can we get some okay hands in the crowd? It really helps me out. Thank you. We have a $48 donation from Dice saying, "Greetings from Stockholm. Save the children, save Kate, kill that bastard jackknife."
Thanks, guys.
We've got another $25 from Phillotrax's mom saying, "From Phillotrax's family in the UK."
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, your mum.
Also, shout-outs to my dad, who came all the way from the UK to Sweden to sit in the front row today. It really helps me out.
Big shouts to Philo Dad. Alright, so now that the shout-out section of the game is done, we're going through the start of Chapter 5 here. We have to run through some... Oh, we do not have to run through some hallways. You're doing this strat.
Yeah, I thought I'd show this off. So you can climb on top of this building before the next section loads and fall down into the trigger,
You know,
which
if,
skips like a weight in this lift.
you know, we technically found this.
Was it you?
Yeah.
You've shouted yourself out twice now.
Maybe I'll go for 3.
Maybe you should. Okay, so another bag here, hidden away between the vents.
Normally
bad.
quite easy to remember.
Forgot.
That's probably in the top 10 easiest bags.
Yeah, can you make a YouTube video of top 30 the hardest to remember bags?
It's coming soon.
Okay, so a lot of tech that people have spent so much time finding. This elevator, for example, it took so long to get to the point that everyone was doing this strat. Just small things everywhere in this game that you just wouldn't think about watching a single run.
And people just keep doing like their own stupid strat, even though it's slow all the time. So it's always fun to, like, if you're really into watching people play this game, everyone does something like some weird thing that only they do.
Yeah, it's super interesting. You can watch other people's runs without putting a name to them and instantly tell who's who just by the way they move or the strats that they do.
Okay, so this section is actually really cool.
I'm gonna go for the
got
chain.
Yeah. So we got a zip line here, and if you fall off it in the correct way, you can start this chain. Oh, so close.
We got like halfway there.
That's
pretty good.
pretty much got it. Really
nice.
precise.
So we like kind of failed both the parts, but it kind of was fast, so
Kind of failed, but kind of got them at the same time.
the double. And we remembered the bag, most importantly. Coming up to like the mall section of the game right now, and there's a lot of kind of interesting story behind how the mall strats evolved, but the one we do at the moment is called Beamer, if you want to...
Beamer's a strat found, I don't know, a couple of years ago that you need to do in runs nowadays to get a good time, because it saves about 40 seconds over the alternative. But it's really easy to fail because I think it's frame perfect.
Yeah.
It might be.
And what you have to do is you press up against the wall.
This bag.
Of course.
And it's similar to the cranes kick glitch we did earlier, just vertical, I guess. There's a lip on the wall you can see here, this like black and yellow stripe. And you need a Q turn, which is a 180 turn button in the game, and the same frame that you get popped out by the wall. And that'll throw you across the room, and...
Oh.
Oh, almost.
Oh, I did it in the wrong position there.
Yeah, and also, old Phillotrax in here. He's made it harder on himself.
Nice.
Because he changed his keybinds to something like really weird, so it's extra hard for him, but he got it.
Could I coordinate 2 hands there instead of 1?
Good slide.
Can't complain on those.
Let's get higher faith skip right there.
Whoa.
That's actually the sound of the guards fall as they fall to their death.
Yeah, it's very funny.
We get a very funny in chat for that one, please.
Whoa. That was a strangler, which is a kind of rare form of bunny hop where you don't reset your speed once you land on the ground. Named after a kind of funny misspelling of the word strange. And
Yeah, we like to have some fun with the naming conventions.
I like to make fun of people who aren't good at English in our community.
Yeah, it's a big part of it.
And yeah, those are like super inconsistent, but used a lot in the segmented run, which you can see on YouTube, on the Mirror's Edge Speedruns YouTube channel.
Yeah, Google Mirror's Edge.
Thanks. So this is a really cool chapter in terms of bag collection.
what?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh.
Intended.
never
Nice.
Perfect. So this is just a little small kickless chain there to get down to this pipe, and
Yeah. How much time does that one save?
like -3 seconds.
That's pretty good.
So we need to grab that pole there to load a further section of the game. And this is pretty
Oh, wait.
recent, this strat.
I actually don't know if it works if you grab the pole.
Were you
Oh.
meant to do that?
I mean, I was just going to do it for safety, but okay. I might have
We'll see.
messed up the strat, but
So
we'll see.
who found this strat?
This is another Votium strat.
Oh, big shout outs to Vo for this
Yeah.
one.
You got to climb on top of this building and then do some precise moves to grab a bag. Hopefully, if I didn't just load in the level before I was supposed to. Oh no, we're good. Ah,
So close.
so we're gonna quit out and start again, and I'll just show you guys the normal route because that's kind of hard to get consistently.
Yeah, that is a tough one. And when you play this game for a few years, when you get new strats coming in, and they're completely different from what you've been doing for so long, it's actually like it's like a mental block because it seems like it's way harder for a little bit until you've done it enough times.
So here you actually do have to grab the pole because you need to load in the level. If you don't grab that, you can just like walk through a door and there's no level there for you.
Yeah, well, you can quit out when you get to checkpoint and then load in. So.
True. So this is the door that you loaded in.
So again, another section that you don't get to see in any percent. Just a small section of the factory in Chapter 6.
This is the bag that was floating in the air before the level was loaded in.
Nice. It's very smooth.
And this is the factory in which you'd skip into by hitting some loading triggers, but we're coming at it from the front.
Interesting movement.
Yeah, maybe not optimal, but I like it.
Yeah, what was it your keybinds were again?
So typically, like the default keybinds are having jump on space and attack on kick. No, sorry, attack on click.
Yeah, mouse one.
But I use my mouse 1 to jump and use my space to attack.
It's wild.
Kind of crazy.
That's what you have to do to get world record, it seems.
Oh,
Another loud warning a few seconds ago.
yeah, that was another use of free scroll to make the lift go up faster, but it also, every time you do a use input, then it's going to play the sound again. Same here.
Yeah, some things are sometimes very loud.
Thanks. Okay, so this is the ninja training facility in the game. It's where ninjas train.
And
In a
ninjas
facility?
they're a big part of this game.
Is that how you get so big on Twitch?
Wow, that's
Yeah,
Can-
he trained really hard here.
Shoutouts to the gamers.
yeah, big shout outs to any gamers out there.
So we just like ran through that. Yeah, we did. I was just checking I got all the bags.
So the hardest strat of this game, that isn't cranes, is getting the glass break RNG here.
Oh yeah. Probably like 1 in 200 or something. The guards behind you can shoot out this glass at the end of the hallway. Didn't happen here, of course.
Oh, you almost got another chance.
Yeah, but no, okay. I'm not going to break it. Hasn't happened yet, but if someone got that in an IL run, it would pretty much make their run unbeatable because it saves like 5 seconds.
So what Philo was trying to do there is go for a hidden springboard. There's springboards in this game as a normal mechanic, and usually they're highlighted red, as are most things that you're meant to go on in the game. But hidden springboards are any two objects that are set up as like a step that you can manipulate to giving you a springboard, just like that.
We chain together some wall boost there and a kick glitch and another wall boost and just get through these like event sections super quick before we're going to get on this zip line and go towards this train track and drop off, and that'll take us to the end of the level.
Nice work. Look, I'm going to try and get the word out on the network about it.
So the next level is the boat.
And it's kind of funny.
And the funny thing about that is there's a boat in it, and
We go in it.
you go
go in the boat.
You don't do that in
actually.
any percent, but in 100% you do.
Yeah, that's very funny.
This is kind of an interesting new strategy for 100%, where normally in any percent you just do this out of bounds and you get the checkpoint right at the end of the level, and then you can disconnect and reconnect, or go back to the menu and reconnect back into the game, and you skip right to the last checkpoint.
It's connected from the server.
We've got to go back and get the bags which are all inside the boat. So we're going to get the checkpoint, oops, hopefully, if I can get over this gate, and then go back round to the start of the level and complete the whole thing. But unfortunately, if we die, then it means we cannot get the bags anymore. Normally in a run, but because it's a marathon, I'll like go through the level select menu and go grab the bags if worst comes to worst.
So
It
there's
won't,
big
though.
holes in the ground everywhere here that you try to avoid.
Yeah, this is out of bounds, so most of the stuff doesn't have collision.
Yeah. And falling out just means your run's over, basically.
Should have said you were not gonna finish the run if you failed this.
Just gonna walk out.
Would have it would have been
Stakes
so
would be higher
tense.
then.
So we've got to get into this van in order to get to the boat, and for some reason Dice thought it would be a fantastic idea to make like a...
Yeah, since Dice are watching, big shout outs to Dice for making us wait again for
Yeah.
a minute here. Just
Thanks,
like
Dice.
the train. Thanks, guys.
got like a minute waiting section here.
This guy, once you found your killer, get some answers.
I assume they have a reason for the waiting, but
Traffic in the area, so get ready for a fight.
But we don't know it.
so
Quiet time.
Got any jokes?
dude, I have this one I tell, but I like forget it every time. Why can't you tell a kleptomaniac jokes? Because
Why?
they take everything literally.
Great.
Nice. So,
Get a big clap for that joke. Delivered very good.
is the door going to open anytime soon?
I don't know, this ride always takes longer than I think it does. Here we go. So the truck ride is over and we're into the boat. Got to grab 2 bags here and then we quit out and resume at the end of the chapter. But if we die here, then I die in real life.
And that's not optimal, if you thought it was.
Oh, got it.
I got the clip
Failed that like
100 times.
so many times yesterday.
So there's some fellas down here that shoot you, which would be it'd be bad if you died, because again,
Just to reiterate,
yeah, you're hanging on by a thread until you get that last bag in chapter 7. You got past them.
some loud doors there as well. And this awkward vent, which you can just jump behind, but it's super awkward. Chapter 7 is like a pretty underappreciated area of the game, just because you skip it at any percent. But it's actually got some pretty like unique tricks. It's pretty much the only place in the run where you consistently do clips to kind of get through the level.
Drake says he's got a runner in your area. Says they reported a lot of activity on
I don't know, I don't really appreciate it.
what he thinks is your guy
Exactly.
on deck.
Those are all pretty loud, aren't they?
Yeah, I scrolled extra hard to make them louder.
Oh, good job.
Car deck 6.
Okay, we're almost there. We could get bamboozled again by exploding barrels. Ooh.
Nervous frog.
Okay, we're through.
Your way towards him.
So that's the last bag, and then we can quit back to the menu, and this comes to the first checkpoint that I got at the start of the game. There's the gate that I climbed over.
Can you view that if you remember that?
And this is, spoilers, this is Celeste, our friend from the start of the game, which we skipped. Yeah, that's about it.
She's really bad at fighting.
You would have known her if you played the training or watched cutscenes.
Drake's organ.
Okay, so this is chapter 8. Kate.
Kate is your sister,
Yes.
and she's in a van, and we got to try help her by shooting the van.
More vans.
Get away from him, Faith.
These are the ninja cops being trained in that ninja facility from earlier.
Okay, so everyone's favorite elevator in the game is coming up.
Some truly remarkable music.
Oh yeah, we gotta get quiet time for the music.
Don't forget the bag.
Thank you.
They really take a while when you're just quiet, don't they?
And this is chapter 8, checkpoint B.
That drop. I'll get on to
Normally you'd kind of go down to the bottom and climb up, but using the kick glitch we can just skip through the air using our flying squirrel hacks. We clip through these pipes here by looking away so we don't grab them. And here I'm going to climb up and try a strat that saves like a few seconds. But you jump to another checkpoint that is not loaded yet. And we're into Atrium, both the favorite room in the game for most speedrunners and also the most like frustrating.
Yeah, there's so many different routes you can take here. Generally, people take the same route in any percent nowadays, but that doesn't make it an easy one. The collision on the walls is a little bit iffy at some points, and movement is difficult. So that's the first hard section done. Doesn't look like you're gonna fail.
Yeah, Billip is pretty good at this. So.
Good old Billy.
Normally in 80% you'd do a skip up here where you climb up and out of bounds to get a new checkpoint, but because we're doing 100% we got to get a bag, so more vent time.
Show feet.
Pretty hard strike coming up here. Nice, I got it.
Ooh.
That slide is frame perfect, so
Saves 10 minutes.
here's the bag.
Alright, so just 3 bags left now in the last chapter of the game.
Oh, that means you didn't forget anything.
Wow.
If you do some fast math on the spot, you could figure that out.
And that vent collision there is really weird. It allows you to kind of clip through it for 1 second with a sidestep. Also here we die on purpose because it spawns a trigger behind this wall which you can shoot with the AVP.
find a way of slowing it down. Try going for the engine. I'm gonna
There we go. So normally that truck isn't there until it comes around the corner and you shoot it then. But if you die before that, then you can shoot it early.
Yeah,
Very
just-
fast.
Just shoot it through the wall.
Quick wall bang.
Oh wow.
They're really,
They're really,
shooting
they're
me.
really aggressive today.
It's a close one.
We go into chapter 9. The last
Last
chapter of the game. So we just come down here and then on this like barrel and onto the thing.
There's another section that you need good sound for.
World's quietest explosion in a second here.
Oh.
That's never happened before. Okay, well we get to hear it again.
Ooh.
I was hoping we would.
These headsets are pretty loud. No.
Okay. It's not normally this hard.
Oh, what?
We're innovating live at ESA.
Yeah, I'm glad we get to see this section multiple times. Thanks, Tech, for putting up the volume on these headsets.
So we got through that area eventually. Kind of just running a straight line through this garage into this lift. We're coming up to the real tense part of the game.
Yeah, there's a really cool skip here. It's called Beverage Skip, but we're doing a slight different version than we would in any other run. So we can get the bag. We'll be like landing in a different spot and clipping in. It's a really cool looking strat. Once we get this bag. Good brain, remember that one too.
Thanks. So you gotta open the door. Oh, whoops. Wait here for a little bit until it opens. We get it and we try and clip it. There we go. And this lineup's pretty precise. We also use reaction time here, which is like the slow-mo function of the game, because it allows us to skip some dialogue. And we pause with the bag in the top corner. And we're in.
Nice. Just got to clip into the bag now.
So now you just got to wait for a little bit whilst the game thinks we're still in the lift, and then once it's out, our screen will shake for a bit and we can move again. There we go.
So the idea here is to just grab the bag and then drop back down to skip a little section that you'd otherwise have to run through. And that's all the bags. Now we just have to finish the game. It's incredible.
Security room, tracking you on the camera. Get out of
Yeah. Also, because we did that skip, we also skip another loading trigger. So there's nothing here. So we've got to just fall out. Luckily, the checkpoint's still there, and then we can quit back to the menu and quit in. Quit in, yeah.
Quitting. I'm quitting.
This is a skip called Sniper Skip, where you climb up here out of bounds on the camera, and then there's a 1 pixel thin wall you can run on, but only if you're jumping at all times. It just allows us to stop or skip going through this like rooftop section with all the snipers.
Yeah, it's a quick tip if you ever find yourself jumping on a 1 pixel wall. You gotta jump.
If you ever find yourself jumping, you gotta jump. Thanks, Flukes.
I'm just saying it. Maybe someone might not have known.
You can clip this lift as well, but and get like a pretty nice view of the city. It doesn't actually save any time in an RTA run, so
It's fine.
Pretty-
That's why you missed it.
pretty lucky I missed it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta wait before we get to the big room.
Oh yeah, big room.
And in big room, you're supposed to like just punch some big boxes,
Yeah.
but instead you do something else.
The main villains of the game, the big boxes
Yeah,
at the
this
top
is like
of the evil tower.
This is like the last boss or the second to last boss.
Yeah.
This is we come up to big room skip, where we gotta do a turn and then clip through. Okay. Okay, never mind.
Get to say big room again.
It's called Big Room, Big Box Skip.
Yep, that's definitely the name.
It's kind of hard and precise. You gotta grab like a sheet of glass on the side through the wall. There we go. And just allows us to skip punching the big boxes.
Okay, here's a really hard strat called Tree Skip. Tree strat.
There we go.
Got it. Good job.
The hardest and final strat in the game, because coming up is the final checkpoint. Unskippable cutscene here, which we can just skip by quitting to the menu and back in.
Yeah, so that's like a 2-minute skip. 2-minute skip it is, because the cutscene's that long, and we've basically all we have left is to run and kick Brian out of his helicopter here.
You can't go too fast because then you can't finish the game. So we walk slow a bit, and
That's time. Oh,
that's time.
nice.
Very good run.
Oh,
Wait, you gotta
We gotta get the song.
So
Yeah, we gotta look at the hug.
we gotta get the Twitch VOD muted.
Nah, it's cool. I'll talk to them.
So yeah, just hope you enjoyed the run, and thanks for watching. Shout outs to the community of Mirror's Edge. Like, it's pretty big and it's been going on for like 5+ years now.
Big shout outs to Vo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
massive shout outs to Vo.
innovated 100%
What a
in
darling he is.
a few short weeks. And yeah,
Yeah, thanks to everyone at the top of the game. Anyone who's like put work into optimizing and running the game over the years.
Yeah, shout out to me for being here from the start of the community, basically, and keeping up.
Let's
And-
fit that third one in.
and thanks to ESA for allowing me to show off this game that I love.
Thank you.